YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
Today we'll be talking about The Flash Season 1,
Episode 11.
11.
The Sound and the Fury.
Dun dun dun.
Do you want me to lead?
Yes.
Okay.
You're more awake than I am.
This was the episode with the Pied Piper.
Yep.
The first time that we see him. And we see how he knew Wells and his connection to him through flashbacks. And we learned a lot of things.
Yeah, we saw Wells use powers.
We did. I was freaking out when he sped off. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Holy
crap, Ola.
Yeah. I just got up and I was like, Wells has freaking powers. I was all like freaking out.
I told you he was a version of Reverse Flash.
I know, but I just didn't expect to see the whoosh thing. Like that.
The whoosh?
Well,
The lightning?
yeah.
Mm.
Like that. I was like,
Holy
what?
crap. Yeah.
So yeah, we learned a lot of things. We learned a lot more new things about him that we didn't already know.
Yeah. That he needs the tachyon particle accelerator thing.
Yeah, that little
The
thing
tachyon
machine he had on him that he
thingy.
was like gaining power from.
Yeah, it does something. It's tachyon particle thing. It does particles and it's a tachyon thing.
Yeah, it basically gives him powers.
No, it helps stabilize.
Oh, okay. It helps.
He had the abilities, but he's losing them. He's losing control of them.
Okay.
He can't control them.
He can't keep them stable.
He can't keep them stable. He's losing the ability to run like he.
Why is that? Because of the explosion?
I don't know if it's the explosion or if it's the fact that I'm saying it as if it's fact. In my mind it is that he's from the future.
Okay.
That maybe the way he got his powers wasn't necessarily like the be all end all of get your powers.
Yeah.
You know, like,
And because he's from the future, like it's taking
like maybe
him being in this time is taking its toll on his body.
I've never heard of that in the Flash universe, but that could be true.
I don't know.
I mean, it could be true. I mean, they're doing their own thing.
Yeah. They are.
What I think is that that the way he got his powers isn't necessarily like a permanent way.
Yeah.
Like
Like it only lasts for a certain amount of time, and in
Mhm.
order for him to continue having them and to stabilize it, he has to use that machine.
yeah, for now, but it's not working.
Yeah.
So let's find something else soon.
We also see that Joe and Eddie are going to start looking into Wells, and they're keeping it a secret from Barry.
Yeah.
Everybody was all worried. They're like, why is Joe keeping another secret, you know? And
I think Barry forgave Wells too easily.
I do too.
Which is stupid.
Did the other two also, or was it just him?
He's the only one that voiced it, but I'm pretty sure the others did too.
Yeah.
It's stupid. They shouldn't have.
They shouldn't have. But I think once more people start looking into him, like Iris and Mason Bridge, because he's going to have her look into it, I think. And, of course, Joe and Eddie doing what they're going to do, I think that it's going to really kind of open their eyes, and they're going to be like, okay, we should never have trusted you.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
depending on whatever they find.
Yeah. I mean,
What
we
if
know
they
that
find
stuff.
nothing?
We know that stuff is going to start coming out in upcoming episodes, like big clues as to what's going to go down with Wells and with Eddie. And so, you know, I think that as it goes on, he's going to start to see that maybe it's not somebody that he should really look up to anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But We'll see.
Yeah. I liked the Pied Piper, and like
I liked
how
the
the
Pied
whole
Piper
game
too.
was like a chess. Like the whole episode
Yeah,
was
I
like
liked-
a chess game.
I liked how they did that,
Mhm.
where they kind of just made it be like checkmate, you know, and had it be the different pieces moving and everything.
Mhm. What Wells doesn't recognize is that it wasn't a checkmate.
No.
He doesn't realize that his move wasn't checkmate after all.
I don't know
the
chess, so.
checkmate is when you take the queen, and the queen is the one you want to protect.
Okay.
You can let the king die; it doesn't matter. But the queen is the one that has to live on. It has to continue.
Okay.
Yeah. When you kill the queen, the game's over.
Interesting.
And it's called checkmate.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's called checkmate. That'd be interesting to find out if you guys know.
For anybody that is chess players or knows a little bit about chess but still hasn't played it.
Yeah, why do we call it checkmate?
Why is it called that?
Yeah.
Oh, I would just also like to point out that Wells's home is way too big for one person.
Right.
He doesn't need that big of a house just for him.
Or that fireplace.
I don't care if he's got tons of money. He doesn't need that.
He doesn't. Also, I think he doesn't, like, why have the big windows, the sky?
Oh, the skylight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
I mean, I like how it makes the house look, but at the same time, I feel like it's too open.
Mm-hmm. He has nothing in it.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
All it is
Like,
is
no
just,
couches.
It's just furniture. It's just, I mean, there was furniture.
I not in the room he was in.
Yeah. But, like, all it looked like was just this big, huge room with open windows and a fireplace.
With hardly anything in it.
And
There's
glass.
nothing on the wall.
Everything was glass, though.
Yeah.
For the most, I mean, not everything, but most of it was.
Almost everything.
So, like, I mean, I would be afraid that I would break something.
Especially if I accidentally ran too fast.
Yeah, or especially if it was like a coffee table or something and it was made of glass and you put something down on it and it just shatters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd be like, I don't have a table anymore.
Don't put your feet up.
You can put them up on the couch.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, I thought it was just way too big for him. That's what I was thinking the whole time. I'm like, it's a nice house, but you don't need that big of a house.
Yeah.
Like, really.
Mm-hmm. I like how this episode wasn't really Flash-centric.
Yeah.
Like, it was more of a Wells backstory.
It was. And we got to see a lot more of Iris, too, and her story coming into play, because I think in the next few episodes, she's going to have a bigger story because she's starting to work at the Central City Picture News.
Yeah.
So she's going to have that big arc with her journalism and also dealing with how she feels about Barry, too.
Yeah. I mean, did y'all see the preview for next week?
That was Linda Park.
He's all over that chick. Like,
I think
seriously.
she's the aggressor, though. Like, I think she's the one that initiates it.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it.
Because I can't really see him doing that.
I don't know. Maybe he thinks it's the only way to get over her. So, the only way to get over the person I've loved since I was 8 is to have sex with her friend.
Yeah, but then he gets called and he leaves really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'm sorry, it's an emergency. I'll call you.
Yeah. Leaving her on his couch.
Half naked.
Well, she wasn't half naked. She was still wearing her bra.
Yeah.
Half naked would be totally topless. Which I'm sure a lot of guys would have liked.
But it's a family show.
Yes.
To an extent.
Family. Because the family wants to be watching that.
Well, it is the CW.
I would totally watch that with my parents.
It is the CW. I mean, they go pretty loose with the sex type stuff. So.
Yeah. I'm very aware of that.
I mean, look at Smallville. But anyway, there were a lot of interviews that came out yesterday before the episode came on with Candace Patton, and they were, because she's getting this story now, and they were like 4 or 5 different sites that had posted interviews with her, and she was talking about what's coming up with like her journalism, and like with the bombshell of his confession and everything. And so basically she was saying that, the journalism is going to be a story too, but like a lot of the story is going to be her dealing with her feelings too. Because she's like, she doesn't really see it until it's put in front of her, and then it makes her have more feelings. So when she sees that he's going out with somebody else, that's when it like comes out, and she's like, oh, like, I don't know how I feel about this, And so it kind of makes her think about it. And then of course with like her journalism, the editor only hired her because he wanted to get more intel on the Flash. Yeah. And she doesn't like that, of course, because she's not really in contact with him right now.
Yeah, she's got issues right now.
I mean, she still cares. She's still interested in him and what he's doing, but she's not like talking to him. And so I think that because she wants to keep the job, she's going to try to get into contact with him again. But she's also going to want to write about the things that are important to her. And so she's going to be like, okay, I'll do these things for you, and I'll like get this story about him, but I also want to write these stories too. So she's going to just really kind of come into her own, and I think kind of gain respect from him and from everybody there. So, yeah.
Sounds like an interesting upcoming few weeks.
Did you agree with what they said on the after show about her only going to him for validation?
Well, it seems like that, yeah.
But what I noticed was she wanted to know about his day too.
She did.
But he had already left. So like if he had still been there, he would have told her what was going on. So it wasn't just her that was going to him. He was also going to be like, okay, this is why I'm feeling this way. Yeah. Because they confide in each other. They're best friends.
But every time something comes up with both of them, she always makes it sound like she has to go first.
Yeah, I know. She does.
And really, if you need that type of validation, go to your, I don't know, boyfriend.
And that's what they even said on there. They were like, she's not even going to her boyfriend for this stuff. Like
she's living with him.
To Barry. And I can understand that. I mean, of course you guys know how much we like Barry and Iris. I'm not saying anything bad, but I'm just like, if she wanted that validation, she should go to the person she's dating. Yeah. Not to somebody that she's not dating.
Just because it gives us more Barry Iris scenes, which we love.
And I mean, they're best friends, of course. Like, he knows a lot about her, and she knows everything about him pretty much. And so, of course she would go to him with her problems or when she's feeling down and she wants some advice. That's understandable. But at the same time, she should also go to the person that she's dating. Yeah. Because she lives with him now. Oh, and she said that they're going to start to get rocky because his career, it seems like he cares more about his job than he does her. And I think with the investigation that's coming up, with him and Joe investigating Wells, it's going to get like really, chaotic. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm looking forward to what's coming up.
Yeah. It's looking to be pretty awesome.
And I thought it was funny how when Hartley, or the Pied Piper, was talking in all those different languages, I couldn't tell what some of them were. I'm like, is that Spanish? I was like,
what? Spanish and then French.
And Latin. And Barry's like, man, I wish I'd taken language in high school.
How did he graduate high school without taking a language?
And you know what I said? I was like, well, you're the Flash. Can't you just, like, translate it? I mean, really.
Look it up online, learn it in 2 seconds.
He can freaking speed read. Okay? Why doesn't he just look up what they said and read it and be like, oh, I translated it. I know what they said.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. What I want to know, okay, is what happened in that time frame. Like they were talking on the after show. Which is the stream.tv here on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You can go watch the after show.
They do it every week, every Tuesday at like 6. So they do it before it airs here on the East Coast.
Mm.
They do it after it airs. I mean, on the West Coast.
Yeah.
They do it.
We're not
sorry.
East. We're
Sorry.
West.
They do it after it airs on the East Coast, but before it airs here. Even though they're in LA, they probably just watch it somehow. I don't know how they see it. But anyway, if you want to see it before the episode and actually like be part of the questions that they like get from people on Twitter or from the YouTube comments, then you have to watch it live.
Yeah.
But if you don't care and you just want to see it and hear their thoughts about the episode, then you can watch it after you've already seen it.
And you can continuously tweet them throughout the week, and they will get back to you.
Yeah, they will.
So you can ask them questions.
And they're really cool and everything. So.
And the stream.tv has lots of other...
yeah, they do Arrow, they do Gotham, they do Pretty Little Liars, they do all these different shows.
Yeah.
So,
that Strain or Host or whatever... Walking Dead.
Yeah, True Blood, Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot of them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we don't get anything for saying that. we plug that a lot because in our Arrow and Flash shows because I mean, sometimes we watch that and we get an idea. And
yeah, we get ideas from it sometimes, and it helps us to be able to talk about stuff that maybe they mentioned that is something that we're kind of like wondering about.
Yeah. And
we also want to voice our opinions on.
So, like I was saying, the thing I want to know about, like Devon on the after show, is that moment after the Pied Piper leans over to Wells, who just got done running towards him and he fell because he couldn't control his abilities. He's like, "Am I still your favorite?" And then it cut to black. What the hell happened? Because suddenly Wells is back in his wheelchair and everything's okay.
Yeah.
What happened? Like, did they conspire with each other? Or what?
Yeah.
You know, like, what happened? What do you guys think happened? Put it down in the comments. I want to know.
Yeah. We want to know.
I want to know.
I want to know.
Can you show me?
And I like how, he's like, "Oh, Cisco, you're my favorite. Like, you always have been my favorite." And it's like,
he's like, "There's no such thing as favorites." Blah, blah. I'm like, don't bite me.
Yeah. And, I did like the Barry and Joe scene at the end, too.
Yeah.
I thought that was sweet. I mean, what?
That is total foreshadowing.
I know.
Foreshadow, Joe.
But I like that he said that nobody could ever replace you, not even Wells. So like he cares about Joe more than he does Wells, even though he looks up to Wells. So I think that that's really awesome. That like they're both kind of his mentors, but Joe is more.
Yeah.
I mean, which is understandable because
why Joe will die.
It's understandable because he's the one that raised him.
Which is why Joe will die. Joe's gonna die.
It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. And how.
Yeah.
I think it's that car
No,
explosion.
I think he's still on episodes after that.
Oh.
Based off pictures I've seen.
Okay. Well, like I've been saying, It's probably gonna be the season finale, or maybe the mid-season finale.
Because, like you
two.
said before, too, I don't think they're going to bring him on just to kill him off in the middle of the season.
What they could do is wait for the season finale, or wait till season 2 mid-season finale.
Yeah.
That could be the mid-season finale next year.
I think it'll either happen in, like what you said,
Mm-hmm.
in the season 1 finale or in season 2 sometime. Because the car thing,
Mm-hmm.
that's with the Weather Wizard, and episode 15
that's the time travel
is
episode.
the time travel episode. So it's like a 2-part thing because the Weather Wizard is on 15 and 16.
We get time travel.
So it could have something to do with that too. I don't know. Spoilers, by the way, for those who don't know about it. But anyway, yeah, I liked a lot of the things that happened in this episode. I think that it was a really strong episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was better than last week's. I liked last week's, but I felt like this one had more going on, and it was it was a lot more entertaining, and it kept your interest.
Yeah, it did.
And it's always fun when you get to learn more about Wells, because he's so mysterious anyway, that when you get to learn more about him, you're just like, ooh, you know.
And unlike last week, we did get that final end cut scene.
We did.
To Wells. I hate how they cut it out last week.
Me too.
I wonder if they had one and just cut it for time.
Maybe. But I mean, that's almost kind of like what you look forward to, because you know that it's going to happen.
I watched the episode just to see Wells at the end.
You know that they're going to have some little clue there at the end of every episode about him, like, that's going to come out.
What someone should do, some crazy nut fan, awesome we are, should put a clip together of all the Wells scenes at the end, or all the scenes that give us a hint as to who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Put them all together so that everyone can see a video of it, and we can all conspire together. That'd be awesome.
Somebody should totally do that. I would if I had time, but I don't have a lot of time right now because of school, because I like making videos. But somebody should totally just put a montage together of that stuff, and either send it to us in a comment or like tweet it to Tom Cavanaugh who plays Wells, or something, or just tweet it to the cast or the writers or something, or the after show, and we'll just all like conspire and you know,
or tweet it to all of them, not just one, us and them.
Well, just whatever. Somebody totally needs to do that.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
That'd be totally sweet. So
maybe we should wait until a couple more episodes air, though.
Maybe. But if you guys decide to do that, then hit us up on our channel in the whatever box, the talking...
Oh, the chat box?
Something like that. The
comments?
Yeah. Comments on the channel page or whatever. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
That area.
Oh, the discussion thing?
Yes, that. Discussion board.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. Hit us up on the discussion board, or like down in the comments below. Let us know if you did it, and
or just send a message and we'll get a notification, and
however this thing works. I'm not sure how the conversations work. I know how the chat box and discussion board work. That's it. Because that's all I've used.
Yeah.
So do that and let us know that you did it, and we will give you a shout out and a link to the video.
Yes.
In the.
Because that would be totally just like great for discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things going on with his character, and there's so many things that could be talked about and speculated about.
Yeah.
And it would just be really fun if somebody did that. So.
Yeah. We might even make an entire video dedicated to what we saw in that video that y'all
with our thoughts.
With our thoughts, and I mean, we'd link that video either way. But yeah, you know, like, we're all fans of the show, so let's get creative together and let's conspire together.
There was something that I wanted to bring up on Fan Forum that...
Then you should have done it before we started.
I know.
Good Lord.
I'm sorry.
She's always doing this. Always.
I'm sorry.
Always. Once upon a time in Supernatural, she's always looking stuff up the last second, and I have to stall so that she can look it up while she's not even looking at her phone, so she can look it up. So yeah, this is me like totally stalling. Like, oh my gosh.
Whatever, it's not opening.
Okay. Stalling's over. It's not working.
Anyway, it was in the spoilers board, and somebody had posted like some quote from an interview, and it had something about Wells, and I just wanted to touch on it, but I don't remember what it said.
Okay. Well, did we hit everything?
I think so.
Okay. So, this...
Oh!
Okay.
One more thing, sorry. The reason that they're keeping the Pied Piper is because he told Cisco that he has information on how to get Firestorm out.
He knows where Firestorm is.
He knows where he is, and he knows how to help him. That's why they're letting him stay.
Yeah, that's why the chess game isn't over, and Wells's checkmate wasn't really
He's like,
checkmate.
the real end game is about to begin. End episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
My mom was like, why did he take his hearing aids out? I thought he couldn't hear anything.
They weren't real hearing aids.
I'm just like...
They were bombs in his ears.
I was like, well, obviously he can hear because he's talking.
Uh-huh. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So...
But that was at the end of the episode.
It was.
Kind of fits at the end of this.
Yes. So, this has been the episode review for The Flash. Until next time, keep believing in the impossible.